What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the very first time. My name is Brent, watching Babylon 5 for the first time. Here I am at episode 21 of Season 5. This is Objects at Rest. Last week we had Objects in Motion. This week we get Objects at Rest. What is this episode about? I have no idea. My prediction that this was going to be something where Delenn and Sheridan are finally moving off the station because they're like the only ones left. We've lost Leto, we've lost Garabaldi, we've lost, we know Franklin's going. We've lost Jakar, we've lost Londo. I guess Veer's probably still on the station, right? Anyway, they're moving off the station, but I don't know that we have the Alliance back together yet. Remember, like the Narn, the Brakiri, and the Drazi, they went against the president and attacked Centauri Prime. Was that a breaking of the Alliance? Is there something that has to happen because of that? Maybe, is there maybe going to be a new constitution? There were, I think this whole deal here at the end of season 5 really showed that there were some gaps in what I'll call the constitution of the Alliance. And are they going to, kind of shore those up to make a stronger union, so to speak? I did say this. It feels like this should go out on sort of a feel good because this is effectively the season finale of season 5, where we know next week is the series finale of the show. I don't know. Is that all what happens? I don't know. I'm about to find out. I'm actually really excited. I want to know where this all comes down to. And I trust JMS. I trust other producers of the show. So why don't we go ahead and jump into it? While you guys are here, please like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel while you're here if you like what we got going on. Comment down below, please. No spoilers for next week. All right, it's the last one. No spoilers for next week, and we'll jump in. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Objects at Rest.
Hard to believe it's been almost a year since you got here.
Where does the time go?
That way.
And what's out there?
The rim.
And beyond that?
Truth. When we leave for Mimbar,
What is the truth?
I don't want any ceremonies, brass bands, or speeches. Just want to leave here quietly.
I don't think there's any way Sheridan's getting out of here without a party.
It's going to be hard to leave. I thought I was prepared for it, but now that the reality of it is here, well, it's just hard, that's all.
I'll say this. I love this line. He said, it's going to be hard to leave. I thought I was prepared for it. Now that the reality of it is here, well, it's just hard. And I don't know about you guys. I have had to leave posts, leave jobs, leave people at certain points in my life over the time, and it's never easy. It's just never easy. And here's the other thing. You never feel like your work is complete. You always feel like there's stuff you didn't get to do that you wanted to do, maybe stuff you wanted to do in a different way, things you still wanted to correct. Like you knew what to do, you knew how to correct them, you just didn't have a chance to do it. It never feels like it's complete. And knowing that you're actually kind of handing it off to somebody else, they're probably not going to complete what you had in mind. And you just sort of have to let that go. And kind of seeing your baby getting handed off to somebody else it's tough. It's tough because they're going to take it in a new direction, which is fine. That's right. That's fitting, but it's just tough. Having that line right here at the end, that felt like Sheridan, but that also felt like Bruce. That felt like JMS speaking. I thought I was prepared, but now that the reality of it's here, well, it's just hard. I get that. Is this Talon, the sword guy? Veer's back.
He's not
Hey,
there.
I talked about Veer earlier.
Well then, do you know when Jakar will return?
He's not.
He's not coming back. He left a few days ago. Lights.
Voice identification. Talon. Message waiting from Ambassador Jakar.
Oh, is this who Jakar wanted to send the message to?
Yes, of course.
Greetings, Talon. I am leaving this message for you because it appears I must leave Babylon 5 sooner than I had intended. Now that I am gone, someone else must speak for our people. I would like for that person to be you.
Wow. Okay. He named Talon his new ambassador. Okay. I can respect that. Jakar naming Talon the new ambassador and leaving a legacy behind. I wonder if that's what this episode's really going to be about. Is just this idea of what do you leave behind? Wow. Wow. Oh man. Yeah, that's a little on the nose. Here we go.
I've decided that you will be my replacement here on Babylon 5.
Are you sure you want me for this job?
It's a lot of
There are
legacies.
other doctors here just as qualified as I am.
The others are specialists. If you want to be chief of staff in a place like this, you have to be a generalist.
I assume you're at least going to say goodbye to President Sheridan before you leave?
Yeah, he's next on my list. Good luck, Doctor.
Give him a hug.
Hello, Delenn.
Lennier, you didn't tell me you were coming.
It would have been considerably less of a surprise if I had.
Is Lennier going to be the new
What are you
ambassador
doing
for
here?
Mimbar?
You're training to be on LeShock.
There was a break in training for personal time, and I decided to take mine here.
Tell me of home. I'll make something hot to drink.
Oh, don't bother on my account.
No, it's no trouble at all. Just let me I'm still going through the analysis, but it looks like a squabble broke out over a visit to a brothel on Vermini 7. Apparently some of the Bakiri pilots in the area have been using it as a layover,
So to speak.
and the Drazi pilots don't like it because the employees are primarily Drazi. See, there's some sort of taboo about touching Bakiri, and the...
I think that's as much information as I can handle, Tessa. Anything else?
No, Mr. President, as I said, it's pretty quiet out there, so you can head out at your discretion. No problem.
Good. Thank you.
There's going to be a problem.
I think she's very thorough. Garibaldi finally realized that he couldn't do his job living with Lisa on Mars.
Speaking of which, has anybody heard from Garibaldi lately?
No, but I'm sure he's keeping very busy.
If it flashes to him in bed with Lise, I just say they're dropping the innuendos.
Please be seated.
These aren't the same people as
Since I'm the new guy on the block, I figured I should introduce myself. Michael Garibaldi. And at the suggestion of my wife, Lise, I have decided to take over the day-to-day operations of Edgar's Industries.
So why did you want to see us?
Because I asked for a list of company troublemakers. Because you have an attitude problem. If you don't like something, you complain. You talk back. You think you can do everything better than your bosses.
So we're fired. Is that it?
Actually, more like promoted. I've decided that all of you are now on the board of directors of Edgar's Industries. Your job is to tell me where we've screwed up so that we can fix it, make it better. One part of your job is to tell me if I've screwed up, to stand your ground.
That's an interesting thing. Like, I love the idea of that. Like, I need people here who can tell me when I'm wrong. I need people here who can push back, people who can tell me where we screwed up. But you're also putting these people into an incredible position of power. Like, if they wanted to band together and push Garibaldi and Lise out, they could do that. So, like, it's just interesting idea. Garibaldi's going to have his hands full, though, I think, keeping them in line, bringing the best out of them. He's going to have to be tougher than they are. The guy there is like, so what, are we fired? Not the best acting moment there for a guy who had a single line, supposed to have an attitude. Like, I get what they were going for. You know, whatever. I get where they were coming with that, but didn't buy that particular line. So, but Garibaldi's Jared Oil. You know, somebody said to me not too long ago that this was like his first acting gig. He's been incredible for a first acting gig. All right, here we go.
The exact time of their departure is classified, but our sources report...
Off. Damn reporters. They're always 2 steps ahead of where they're supposed to be. How are we supposed to leave quietly with all this going on?
You're not leaving quietly, dude.
Yes.
Your belongings have been transferred to our ship. It only awaits your arrival.
I'm going to take one last look in the other room, make sure I didn't forget anything.
I want to thank you for coming all the way out here, Lennier. It means a lot to her. To both of us.
I could not have done otherwise.
So, are you going to stay long on Minbar once we've moved in?
Not long. My training is almost complete. I should return to it as soon as possible.
Ah, of course, of course. Just so you understand, you're always welcome to stay with us when you're back home. It'd be nice to, see a familiar face from time to time.
I will remember that.
Find anything?
No, it looks as if we've got it all.
I guess it's time.
She left them to have a moment of awkwardness. Yeah, all right, I'm going to say something about Delenn here. Or not Delenn, Lennier. Probably going to make some of y'all mad, but it is what it is. Lennier coming back and inserting himself back into Delenn's deal here yet again. This is getting to the spot of being creepy. Like, almost being a stalker. Like, she is married. She chose somebody else. He keeps coming back. I said it's almost to that spot. Maybe not quite fully to that spot, but there's something awfully wrong with this guy right now. And I kind of hate it being right here that this is like the final episode of the season. I don't know. Something is very, very off to me about this. Like, it's too much, Lennier. It's too much.
Some words have always come easier to me than the others.
But
one of the most difficult words for me was goodbye. So you will excuse me if I do not say goodbye. Our souls are a part of this place, and we will pass this way again.
He let her do all the talking. Smart man.
You take care, Zach.
Mr. President, Delenn.
Why does she look worried?
I felt it would be more symbolic if the two of you commanded the ship for our trip home.
Aww.
Well, that's very good thinking, Lennier. Stand by to bring her about. Just take one last look at the place.
Now bring her about.
Match rotation.
It's the next crew. That's a cool shot. Like,
Maybe you should go for a walk.
I don't have to go for a walk. I am fine.
As you wish.
You're making me nervous, though, dude.
I think I'll go for a walk.
We've got a coolant leak in the weapons system. Evacuate the area.
Well, so let's get you out of here.
We're going to seal up.
Too late.
Hit the access panel.
Lennier! Hit the access panel! Lennier! Lennier!
I told you something wasn't right with that dude. Something is he's gonna let Sheridan die so he can get Delenn. Oh, dude, Morden told him that he'd betray he'd betray somebody, the Rangers or whatever. Oh my word. Yep.
Lennier, what happened?
Dude, Bruce Boxleiter's such a good actor.
What
oh my
happened?
gosh, that look in his eye. Yeah, you better run away, pal. Yeah.
Had his quarters searched at the Undershock training facilities in Tuzinor. They found his diary. I knew that he had certain feelings towards me, but I had no idea.
Yes, you did.
His entries make it clear that he considers our union a mistake.
He told you he loves you, Delenn. You. She is not that naive. She is not that naive. Oh my word. They have arrived.
Still walking around with your head in the clouds, eh, Sheridan?
Londo!
Londo?
Emperor Molare, if you will. Mr. President.
Did
On a
not think
joyous
we would
day
see
like
him
this,
again.
How could I not be here? Mr. President, do you have a little brevare? Or perhaps some of that excellent Earth whiskey tucked away in a box somewhere, yes?
No. Since alcohol is dangerous for the Minbari, I left all that stuff back on Babylon 5. I'm surprised you didn't bring along your own supplies.
Well, my associates don't allow me such pleasures anymore.
He wants to get a little drunk
I suppose
to
they
talk
feel
to them.
that I am dangerous enough sober.
Wow. I wonder what he wanted to say.
I brought this for your child. It is a Centauri tradition to give this to the heir to the throne.
Look at this. I noticed the bottom is sealed.
Yes. I am told that it contains water taken from the river that flowed past the very first palace.
Something's in there. What did Londo just do?
You need to come back. We can...
No, there is nothing to be done. I will earn your forgiveness. Until then, if you would honor my memory, then be happy for my sake and for his.
Wow. That's how Lennier's going out. There's something in that urn. What is it? Oh, is it a keeper? Oh. What's that gonna do? Is that gonna go on to their kid?
Londo's visit got me thinking about the day my child comes of age. On Earth, that's 21. If Lorien's prediction holds, I only have 19 years left.
Oh.
I won't be there to see you.
Forgot about that.
Come into your own. I know that I will love you because you are my child. The road is never easy. It was never meant to be easy. But in the long run, you stay true to what you believe, things do work out. Always
so good. So
be
good.
willing to fight for what you believe in. It doesn't matter if 1,000 people agree with you or one person agrees with you. It doesn't matter if you stand completely alone. Fight for what you believe. Which brings me to the first piece of advice my dad ever gave me, and now I'm giving it to you. Never
start a fight, but always finish it.
Always finish it.
I have a piece of advice for you. Get some sleep.
I was just thinking, go to bed.
I think I'll do just that. I might even sleep in tomorrow.
Good idea.
Have I told you today how much I love you?
You may continue to repeat it for as long as you like.
Oh, I plan to. Every day that I can.
Wow. That's how that goes out. Okay, It's an interesting way to go out. The whole thing at the end was Sheridan just like, hey, here's every message we tried to give you in Babylon 5 throughout the course of the series. Let's sum it up. Like this is why we do this show. This is what Babylon 5 for the first time was all about, was seeking those messages, and JMS just put them in a box, wrapped them up nicely, put a bow on top, stuck the name tag on top, said to Jeff and Brent from JMS. Here you go. That's amazing. I bet we could go back knowing this line, go back on Babylon 5 for the second time and track like this set of messages that JMS was delivering through the course of the show. That'd be, I bet you those run like all the stuff that Jeff and I have found over the years. So a lot of that lines up to sort of kind of fitting in one of these categories, but I bet pretty much everything's going to go with those lessons there. Good, interesting episode. The whole thing with Lennier, man, Lennier went out as a tragic character. Ooh, let me write that down real quick. That was so sad. Even his little like, we'll meet again and I'll earn your forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. Like the weird thing is he kind of had her forgiveness already. Lennier, buddy. I hate what they did to his character in this season. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it is what it is. That is the story. So much of this was about passing stuff on to the next. So it ends with Sheridan passing advice on to the next generation, and it begins with them passing their jobs on to the next crew. That's an interesting juxtaposition there. I like it. It's the end of the season for the most part. I mean, we have next week's episode, which we know is that series finale type situation. That's what we're guessing. I mean, who knows? We'll find out next week. But for now, this is the episode at hand. This is the episode to discuss. So you guys make sure you join us back here on Monday when Jeff and I come back, and we will be discussing everything having to do with this episode. We'll dive all the way into it. You guys make sure you comment down below. Please keep it spoiler free. We would definitely appreciate that. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And until next time, guys, next week, got something special on deck next week for the Brent Watches video for the series finale. Like we're going to do something super special. You guys are going to join it. So make sure you definitely join us back for that one as well. And I guess until then, guys, take care.